Welcome to Subodh Gupta's solo exhibition, Cosmic Battle, on view at Morte Gallery in New Delhi until April 10th. I'm Beth Citron, Director of Museum Engagement for the gallery, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce our 3-episode program, a walkthrough with the artist, and Helen Hirsch, Director of the Kunstmuseum Thun. Our third and final episode of this program focuses on the sculptural installation Self-Portrait, which refigures used household items and is quite personal for the artist, as he reflects on the loss of his mother and the individual histories behind each of several hundred objects within the work. On behalf of the gallery, I'd also like to extend my deepest thanks to Subodh and Helen for their enlightening conversation and commitment.
This is something which strikes me always. There is always sculpture which are really profoundly made and with handicraft, and there are also found objects. I think there's a sculpture in your exhibition, which is the self-portrait.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can have a look at it, or would you like?
So I don't know you able to see or not, but this work is kind of a breathing element. So it's go up slowly, and then it's go down.
So we see here your found objects.
Yeah. But do you see it's breathing? Do you see it's breathing? Now it's going up, you see.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's going up.
Oh, very slowly, yes. I see it.
Yeah. And then it's go down. Yeah, so I wanted to show you, but that breathing part as well. Plus, you see all the utensils here. You know about this utensil. I'm working for long time now, and can you take your camera and show Helen to just what I wanted to show? So Helen, so when I'm getting closer and closer to the work. And when you go to this much close, is the scratches you see on the utensils?
Yes, I see it, yes.
And at the same time, it also look like a cosmos.
Absolutely, it's like a moon.
Yeah, it's like a moon and something. And each utensil have that kind of a feeling, a kind of, so what I'm trying to say, Helen, here, each utensil is used by some individual, and already some people eaten food and cooked food in it. So those people's soul is already here. But same time, if I'm trying to understand who are these people, use this utensil, and how many are they people use these utensils, I will be totally lost. It's like a cosmic itself, and it's like every utensil has a own mark. When you cook food, you bang your spoon and spoon to the pan and leave the scratches on the pan. And it's like every utensil have their own history, their own story. In the same way, like we all human beings, we have a palm, and every palm has their own line. We, billion of people, our hand look like very similar to each other, but our line in the palm is very different to each other. In the same way, these utensils look very similar to each other, but their scratches, their story is very, very different from each other. So that's abstracts. I like it. Same time, if you will see this whole panel, you see it's like a square, is a cube. This is a sculpture, like cubic pedestal. And there is a wood. These are the railway sleeper, used 100 years old wood. And then you will see I put the rice grain as well. So show the rice grain to closely, please. See the rice grain and this wood panel. It's a very old railway sleeper, very, very old, 100 years old. I collected it because I have a very fond memory, Helen, because my family worked in the railway. My father was in railway, my brother in the railway, my brother-in-law in the railway, so I'm the railway boy. So that memory never left me, how I grew up. And born in the Hindu family, my mother was quite a ritual person. And she used to do practice, any ceremony take place, like somebody died, then something happening. Somebody born, then something happening. Somebody got the job, then something happening. So the ceremony all of the time take places at home. So I grew up with that kind of atmosphere. And I remember when my mother used to do the kind of ceremony, they will use in Hindu ritual, they will use kind of a cube like this exactly. And they will put kind of rice on top of that. And top of the rice, they will put the brass pot. And top of the brass pot, they will put mango leaf. And top of the mango leaf, they will put coconut. And top of the coconut, they will put fabric. So all those ritual, like already she made the installation. Why I'm telling you this? Because I don't think so. Indian young people, when they're thinking about art, or when they wanted to understand about art and the history about art, I don't think so be able to, because there is no museum, there is no so many places in the town where the people can go and see something visual art. So these kind of ritual, it's become a visual art for us to see calendar art, visual art, ceremony art. So that's how we grew up. And so when I was in college even, I didn't know who is Picasso, who is Van Gogh. Nobody told us. And so our understanding of art, when they come in the later in life, and we wanted to be expressed with our own thought, with our own life. And this is the reality where I'm talking about this particular sculpture in that form. And that's why I call it self-portrait.